here celebrating the 96th anniversary of the Italian Welfare League. The Italian Welfare League started at the piers in New York City when the immigrants were first coming over to America. And here we are today, 96 years later. We're helping the children and the grandchildren of those Italian immigrants. We are, I Nostri Bambini is our program, and we assist children who are in medical need, emotional trauma. We have donated, since we started i Nostri Bambini, we've donated 1.5 million, and we hope today to increase that number exponentially.
I lost a child in 2001, and that's just when 9/11 occurred. And I read about all these women who were pregnant of Italian descent who didn't have husbands. And I said, why don't we adopt these children and make them i Nostri Bambini? And that's what we did. And with our success, we were getting more and more money, and so we decided to give grants out.
We've been able to help about 1,200 children all this time. So we've really made great strides in the last 15 years. This is our main fundraiser, so we really look forward to this, and we really are able to help a lot more children as a result of this fundraiser.
ACLD is Adults and Children with Learning and Developmental Disabilities, and in 2008 we received our first special needs grant from the Italian Welfare League. Since that time, the monies they've given us every year for the past 8 years has supported and served over 100 children.
We hope we can get to our next milestone, which will be 2 million. We hope we can get to that point. Helping children in need is so important. It's such a satisfying feeling to help, because you're not only helping these children, you're helping these families.
Laura was born with a condition called cerebral palsy. In order to allow her to live with us in our home, we had to make several modifications to the home. So we needed to put in an elevator and redo our bathroom, and the Italian Welfare League has helped us with the cost, part of the cost of the elevator. So she's able to drive her power wheelchair into the elevator and have access to the floors of the house. And Italian Welfare League has been wonderful also. They've given us pictures and little gifts at holidays, and just to sort of make her life happy. We communicate by sign sometimes. Sometimes she will point. She also uses an iPad, and there's a communication program on the iPad where she can actually write a sentence and speak through the iPad.
We have been through a trying couple years between Hurricane Sandy, going back and forth, didn't have a home for a while, and then we had his tragedy he had some medical issues where he ended up losing his leg. So we've been very grateful to be able to have some help.
The Italian Welfare League has been around for over 95 years, and it's done wonderful, wonderful things for generations and generations to help the Italian immigrants coming into this country socialize, settle, and really pursue the American dream. And today, it does wonderful things to help children who are diseased and have sickness, and they really do a wonderful job.
This organization is very close to my heart because it's all about children. And this group of people are very dedicated volunteers, work very hard.
It's just an incredible organization. All volunteers, all of the money they raise goes directly to these people in need. I can't help but support this both personally and professionally.
This to me is the most wonderful charity for the Italian community. And my mother used to be on the board 50 years ago. So it's just amazing, and I will never miss it.
I believe that it's very important to be generous and to give of yourself, and the fact that this league has been helping children for so many years is very, very special to me. And being an Italian American and this environment with all these wonderful people is a very special honor.
I think that it's important to sort of remind ourselves that helping other people is important, and if there is an opportunity to sort of create some kind of connection to the old country and also to the people who live here and sort of help support the culture, it's important.
My mother was involved with the Italian Welfare League. When the Andrea Doria went down, they asked people to come, and the Italian Welfare League organized it to help people get off of the boats as they were being rescued. And my mother was working with the Italian Welfare League back in the 50s. So there's a personal connection here, and the incredible work that the organization has done. You look today and you realize their I Nostri Bambini campaign is something that's very moving, and it shows that even in our community, as well as we've done, there are people in need. And we have to be a family, and we have to come together and help them. And that's what the Italian Welfare League does so well.
I think it's this organization embodies one of the best and highest values of Italy. I always say, since my arrival here in New York, that Italy is a superpower of dialogue and solidarity, and we need so much to have in these kind of troubled times, to have bridges, and this organization is a fantastic expression of these values.
We have so many Bambini who've been assisted and grant organizations. So a few years ago, we had Jody Di Piazza, who was a non-communicative autistic child, and she began music lessons, and she performed here beautifully, and she actually the following year performed with Katy Perry. It is so heartwarming for us when we see these children making such tremendous progress, and we are helping one child at a time.
If you donate to this charity, to the welfare of children, the money goes directly to help them. They have the best track record. I can vouch for it personally. Linda Carlozzi, the good people who are here today. The money goes to these kids. These young kids, all they need is a little help. Some of them have life-threatening illnesses. Some of them just need a little boost with their parents, and they will grow up, and believe me, we're Italians. We give back. The minute someone gives us something, you know that, we give it back.
Our website is www.italianwelfareleague.org. You can find our phone number on the website. You can find my name. You can absolutely contact our office or me. I would be glad to answer any questions. And please become a member.